Dude. Hello, ladies. Oops. Hello, ladies. Welcome in. Welcome in. Who is joining me live today? Oh my gosh, I'm getting better. I am getting better at my singing. That's awesome. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. I'm so happy to see you guys. I'm excited. We have an interesting topic to talk about. This is going to be a very short training. So, yes, it's going to be short. And it's going to be focused on what's going on in the world today. Okay, I try not to talk about politics and all of that stuff because for me, as long as you keep moving forward, there will always be change. And learning how to embrace the change and to keep moving forward is really what builds resilience, right? It's what builds resilience. So before I go into today's topic, welcome in everyone. Welcome Shay. Thank you for joining. For those of you who have not met me, my name is Abby and I'm a life, wellness, and leadership coach. And I specialize in helping organizations and their teams build wellness and resilience in their day-to-day activities. I'm also a women's life coach as well, so I help women who are struggling with their wellness or who want to move up in their careers and they need some guidance on how to move into leadership roles. I work with them to help them achieve their goals. And part of the topic from today is based on a conversation that I was having with someone who wants to move to a different level, but she's so afraid because there's a lot of things that are happening right now, and we're going to talk about that. What do you do when you are in an uncertain time? So you're experiencing a job loss. You know, we're hearing of the tariffs that are going on and on. Yes, I'm in Canada, so go figure. And some people's businesses have been destroyed by stuff like this. What do you do when you wake up one morning and all the things that you've built for years are no longer there? Right? Some women are in positions where they were stay-at-home moms, things crashed, and now they have to fend for themselves and they don't know where to start. So how do you handle things like that? Some other women have experienced death in their families and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to move forward from there. So how do you move on when you've experienced what I call a crisis moment, right? Ladies, give me a second. I feel like this is becoming a habit and I need to stop that. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I'm back. So in order not to repeat what happened last week where I had to get up and the audio went, please confirm that you guys can hear me. Hey, Crystal, welcome in. If you guys cannot hear any audio, please let me know so that I can end this live and start. What happened to me last week was very heartbreaking. Please don't break my heart again. If you cannot hear me, please let me know, okay? All right. So there's again, like as I was saying, there's a lot of uncertainty going on right now, and what differentiates you from the rest is your ability to stay focused on what you want and to keep moving forward. We're 5 years away from COVID. Can you believe that? The way things are going on right now, it's almost like we never experienced that. But I keep telling people, if we could survive one of the most deadliest viruses to affect human race, if we could survive and you're still here, what does that tell you about your life? What does that tell you about you, right? What does that say about your ability to have grit and move forward, right? So that's what we're going to focus on today. So again, welcoming everyone. Today's topic, we're going to be focused on how do you stay focused? How do you build resilience? How do you bounce back during uncertain times? And I have a juicy announcement for you ladies. For tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Okay, AB, calm down. All right. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing that I want to say is this. Every person that I've had the opportunity to meet with, right, whether it's in my personal life or meeting other women or other professionals outside, one of the things that I'm seeing across board is that there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of irritability, and the world is stressed. People are stressed. Whether it's what's happening in the geopolitical space or in their own personal life or in their country, there's a lot of change that's going on. If you're not someone who is susceptible and okay with change, it can just throw you off. I've experienced I've experienced life-changing moments in the past 3 months. Something that I never believed could happen to me happened. And I still can't believe I'm here doing this live. When I'm ready to talk about it, I'll talk about it. But that taught me that this life that we're living, you literally don't know what can happen. Today you're here. Tomorrow you're no more. Right? Today you have this business. Tomorrow it's no more. Today you have this relationship. Tomorrow it's no more. Today you have this job. Tomorrow it's no more. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And your ability to be able to not just deal with change, but receive it and keep moving forward is really what determines how far you're going to go in life. Because like the common saying goes, the only constant thing in life is change. I don't have a crystal ball, but what I can tell you is things are going to change next year. The fashion trend this year is so much different from what it was last year, 2 years, 3 years ago, right? So again, it's important when I talk about resilience, your ability to bounce back after you've experienced a setback will determine and differentiate you from the rest of the world. You have a chance to make a choice. Do you want to stay stuck where you are, or do you want to keep moving forward? Those are the two choices. If you decide to do nothing, that's equivalent to saying you're going to stay stuck. If you decide to keep moving forward, then, and only then, would you be able to get to eventually where you have been designed to go. I feel like I'm speaking in parables. Maybe I am. So if you're in a place right now where things are really bad, whether you have an illness, whether you have, again, a loss of a relationship or a job or a family member, whatever it is, okay, one of the very first things that I would tell you is acknowledge the vulnerability that you find yourself. This is something that before I transformed, I struggled with it. After my transformation, for those of you who don't know, when I talk about before I transformed, that simply means that I had a stage in my life where I almost lost my life because I was exhausted and burnt out. And then I came out from that and became the person you guys see today. And then over the years, I've experienced life-changing moments that have literally grabbed me by the fiber of my being. I'm like, oh my gosh. And what I've learned in those moments, again, I'm going through this right now. And what I've learned in those moments is that your ability to move forward starts with being able to acknowledge how vulnerable and how uncertain and how fearful you feel in the moment. It is okay. It is completely okay to feel scared. It is completely okay to feel, oh my gosh, I don't have control. And the women that get attracted to my message, these are women that they want to go somewhere. So they have this drive, they have this desire to want to build things, to want to do things, to want to be great, right? To want to expand beyond where they are. And so for them, it can get really hard in acknowledging the fact that you're in a vulnerable position right now. It can get pretty hard in acknowledging vulnerability in your life. I didn't know that I was struggling with this until I was doing some journaling and I realized, oh my gosh, I've been putting up this facade of everything's so great, everything is so perfect, when it's not. And so I said, okay, I was going to come tell you ladies, and if you've been watching my live, I think you should figure out, you might be able to figure out some of the things that I've been talking about. And what I've learned is that when I acknowledge that, AV, no, everything's not okay. Everything's not always perfect. Everything's not always, I'm good. I'm okay. No, like this is stuff. I'm like, okay, now healing was starting. Okay, so first step in dealing with uncertainty and dealing with major changes in your life or dealing with setbacks is acknowledging what has happened. Okay, this has happened. All right. I love to focus on the next steps, but my subconscious, my intuition, my body has been like, talk more about how it's okay to be vulnerable in times where you are in a vulnerable position. Talk more about it so people can know that they're not alone when you're experiencing things. Okay? Because sometimes I feel we get into this YB. I remember listening to the talk of a I think it was Les Brown. He's like, why not you? Why not you? Right? But I don't want to get into that. So the next step is fix your focus. There's so much noise. You don't need to be the one sabotaging your own life because of what you're listening to and paying attention to. If you guys watched my live last week where I talked about being careful in the things that you're listening to because they actually affect your being and who you are. I am dealing with this right now. You guys, I am literally censoring things out of my life because I'm in a season where I need to laser focus. I talked about one of my goals this year is that I want to laser focus. And it's hard to focus when there's so much things that are distracting you. I think one of the major Achilles heel, that word is in my vocabulary right now, but one of the major issues that a lot of us in this generation are struggling with is distraction. We're distracting ourselves. We're distracted by the noise on social media, the scrolling, right? And all of those things take you away from where you're supposed to go. So if you're in a vulnerable situation right now, you need to fix your focus. What are you watching? What are you listening to? What messages are you subconsciously taking? When I put on my Facebook, I have literally had to turn off certain groups that I'm in because I'm like, I don't need this right now. This is not what I need. I don't need to see this. I don't need to hear this. And for someone who's also a coach, I've had to create boundaries because when I go out, because again, this is the other side of coaching is when you go out and you show up a certain way, people feel comfortable talking to you. And so people start telling you all these things that's going on in their life, but you're not there. You're not there for that purpose. And so I've had to create boundaries so that while I keep my energy open, at the same time, I have to make sure that my spirit is protected at certain times. So I'm going to say it again. Be very aware and conscious of the things that you're feeding into yourself, because they affect the way you're going to be able to deal with the changes that come your way. The other day I saw a post about, was it Meghan Markle? And, people were debating her new show. Have you guys seen the show? I have not. But apparently it's something that is going on right now. And I don't know whether people are using it as a distraction, but there was this debate about this, that. And I was just like, I don't need to see this. I respect Meghan Markle. I love how she's reinventing herself. If anything, I think people should be taking notes, because that woman is an example of what it means to be resilient. To go through stuff and still come out and still have this and still have that and showcase different aspects of your life. I mean, come on, right? So take notes. But in my mind, I don't need to see this right now. Good for her. I'm happy for her. But this is taking me away from where I'm going. So things like that, it could be trivial. Be very careful. Be aware, because they will affect and start influencing the way that you think. And from looking at a Meghan Markle article with people criticizing her, you start to put yourself in those shoes and start thinking people are going to criticize you if you come on social media to talk about your business. If you come online to promote yourself, you're going to start thinking, oh, people are going to talk about me that way. And it's going to dissuade you from actually coming out of the situation that you're in right now. What if the answer to the problem that you're currently facing is either maybe to start your own business, or to get another job, or to get married, or to move countries? Things like that start sowing seed of doubt in your conscious mind and in your subconscious, and they start sowing fear. Don't do this, because you see what happened to Meghan Markle. It could happen to you, even though you guys are not on the same trajectory. You're not on the same journey. Okay? So one thing that I'm going to tell you guys that has been working for me is I watch the people that I want to be where they are already. Those are the people that I watch. I don't listen to things from people that don't have what it is that I desire. Because in my mind, you don't have it. You know what I mean? You don't have it. Now, that doesn't mean I don't watch entertainment for entertainment purposes. But even in entertainment purposes, I'm having to discipline myself. And it is hard. It is hard. Discipline is hard. I used to think that I was disciplined. Oh my gosh, it's hard. I get it now. I feel like I'm reliving my life again. But if you're in a season right now where you need to get yourself out of a mess or something like that, fix your focus. Make sure that you're focusing on the things that are going to get you out. Okay? If you want to get another job, make sure you're following people that are talking about how to get better, bigger jobs. If you want to start a business, make sure you're following people that are talking about how to overcome fear, how to put your ideas into practice, how to get started, how to show up online if you want to have an online business, how to get started and putting yourself in front of the right people. I can help with that too, because I also do business coaching as well. But make sure that you're following people that are talking about that, so that you can start to visualize yourself out of the situation that you're currently in. Okay? Use your screen time to your own advantage. I know it's so easy, the dopamine rush that comes from scrolling, but don't just doom scroll. Be smart about what you're scrolling through. And if anything doesn't align with your spirit, move on, turn it off. Unfollow. Okay? This is very important. This is very, very important. All right. I said I wasn't going to keep this live. Okay. Let me fix the final point, then I make the announcement. Or rather, let me do the announcement, then I make the final point. So tomorrow, we are having the very special, this woman is amazing. She's a behavioral scientist. She's a social worker. She also has therapy in her background. Her name is Monique, and she's going to come talk to us tomorrow about how to build your inner strength, how being strong is the new pretty. That's the way she put it. I'm like, oh, okay, let's hear this. But she talks a lot about building feminine strength and being comfortable in your own skin. So she's going to release us with her wisdom tomorrow in the group. Yes, ladies, you are welcome. It's going to be an hour, about 35 minutes to an hour, and she's just going to be sharing her message with us. I asked her, is there anything that we can do for you? She's like, bring your notebooks. I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm bringing my notebooks. So ladies, you don't want to miss it. It's happening tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern in the group. I'm going to put the link accompanying this video if you're not part of the group so you can join. It is going to be fire, because I think we need this right now. There's so much nonsense out there. We need something to build up our spirits so that we can keep going forward, okay? So you don't want to miss it. I'm excited. I told her I'm going to have my notebooks ready because I'm going to be a student tomorrow. This is your show. This is your show, Monica. She's like, no. So I'm excited for that. Okay. So point three, the final thing here is that move. Move. This final point is how you actually get out of the thing. Because from the first step in acknowledging the fear, acknowledging the vulnerability, acknowledging the fear, and the next step in fixing your focus, you're going to get clarity when you start to fix your focus. Clarity comes from taking action. The third step is now actually taking the actions. What do you need to do to get yourself out of it? How do you stay focused? How do you get the thing that you want? How do you get your desires? Is by taking the actions. Okay, so find out what you need to do to get yourself out of that, to be able to then start taking the action. Start taking the action. One of the things that I've learned in this phase of my life is that never stop waiting to be afraid. I feel like I just summarized my whole February. Never stop waiting to be afraid. Because at every new level that you're taking, you always feel fear. What does the fear really mean? You're not used to this. That's all it means. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you or the situation. Sometimes it could be if your subconscious is warning you and your intuition is warning you. Either way, it means that it's new to your nervous system. So it's warning you to be careful because it doesn't want you to get hurt. So never stop to wait to not feel fear in order to take action. Okay? And I am also opening my coaching container, and I have helped lots of women with this. One of the things that I do when I'm working with women is to hold your hand and be your partner as you are making those changes to transform your life. So very recently I was working with someone who wanted to move into a leadership position. This woman is amazing. Credentials, she's got it. Experience, she's got it. What she was lacking was courage. Courage to actually start applying for new roles. Courage to explore the avenues within her company to grow. Courage to move on. Courage to and just even the belief that how can someone like me who came from this background be in this position? Like, it doesn't make sense, AB. And I say, why not you? Why not you? Oh, why not you? You have the experience. You have the credentials. You have the desire. That's even the most powerful thing. The desire is proof that you get to have it. The thing that you desire the most is calling out to you because it knows that you deserve it. So why not you? Okay? And we're working together now to be able to help her build that presence, what we call executive presence. Build that presence that you need to be able to function when you move higher, when you're stepping into a leadership role. So if you're struggling with this, reach out to me. I can help you with that. Okay? But it is important that you start to take action to get yourself out of it. And how you take action is based on how you feel about yourself. I talked about confidence last week. There was a reason I chose that topic for International Women's Day. there was a reason. So many of us are lacking that confidence, and that's the main thing that's stopping us from moving ahead to the next level. Okay, so ladies, this is start training. A lot of things that I wanted to talk about, but I have to end this live. We'll continue it next week. Don't forget, tomorrow's masterclass by the great Monique. Yes, and you're going to love her because I just love her too. And I'm so happy and excited for that. I can't wait. But other than that, ladies, I hope you enjoy this live. I will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern for the How to Build Your Inner Strength masterclass. Other than that, take care, ladies. Bye. Oh, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in a chat, and I will address them after. Okay. Bye.